What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Journeyman in Football Manager 2022. Leave a big thumbs up for more and you've been enjoying it. It has been about a week since the last upload, and considering we've only played 2 games off camera, last week hasn't been the best for me. I don't want to mention every video, but I mean, if I haven't uploaded in the series for a significant amount of time, just to reiterate that point again in case any new viewers are coming along, but because I'm noticing also views are coming in for my earlier episodes in the series, so at the same time there's some people that might be catching up on it as well, and maybe they're waiting for this episode, the next episode. So that's a cool thing as well. So thanks to all you guys that have supported it. Even though it doesn't get crazy views, it still have allowed new people to come to the channel and find the series out. So that's always lovely to see. So let's just get cracking into the details now. Continue with a couple wins, and I think it's significant where we can have a game against Marseille and it's just like a comfortable win. Possession was basically equal, but we just felt we were stronger, created more opportunities, and yeah, you can see that through the player ratings as well. It was really a straightforward win for us. Even though it's 3-1, we still have to be careful, protect our lead, but you can tell how I'm describing that basically. And then against Lorient, we only won 1-0 away. Away games can tend to be just a bit trickier, but we wanted to approach this. We wanted to take control of the game. As you can see, 67% possession. We didn't have the most chances, but they only had 1 shot on target, and I think we restricted them very efficiently. Messeguer has been one that's been a little bit consistent for us, but we've always, when I address the point of trying to improve our attack, from our attacking midfield, the wingers, when we need new signings, but he's been solid. Why don't we go over to the stats? That's not bad, but I think we could probably get more out of an attacking midfielder. I think we already touched on him, in terms of we want to keep him around, but in terms of more a rotation player. He's kind of been the whipping boy for that, but I mean, it's almost disregarding how he's been for us. It's just fixating on the profile, the attributes, especially if we're getting into Europe as well. At least we want to, at a minimum, get another guy that's, I just feel, with the dribbling of 10 as well, and even crossing, if you get, generally, I say centrally, it doesn't matter, but you can still get in those positions as an attacker, and technique of 12, vision of 12, you feel like if you're pushing up the table, you want someone a bit more technically better in that creative role. But as a central midfielder, his defensive attributes aren't the worst. Tackling of 10 and marking of 10, strength of 12, they're not bad for a guy that you're going to want him to be a bit balanced. So, you see, he's got a lot with the 3-star. Look at all those roles. So, that tells me, he's balanced, and it really depends. He's wanted, again, by the RWDM, who Cristiano Ronaldo's managing. And we've played previously in the series in our time Belgium. So, there's something else. Let's type in cash. That's always fun. Board provided cash injection of 4 million. Nothing too significant, just to save the club from receivership. And keep in mind, that still got us in the red. So it's not like we have a big board that's going to splash, big owners that's going to splash money in, or they would have put more. So if you just go income from the last month, that's pretty significant. That's over 7 million. If we go over to our expenditure, we're not normally making a profit. So, they almost did that so we make profits for the month. Cheers. But, outside of that, I mean, you can see how the month is going so far. It's another club. I don't think we've been at any club where we've consistently made profits. Out of a year, majority of the months, it's been an expenditure being the higher amount than the income. So I think it shows where the world is in football. A lot of teams make losses. And once more, a pretty key thing to point out is we couldn't be doing better. We took over the job. The reason behind this is they just wanted us to avoid relegation. So we're killing it. Yeah, sitting in 5th right now. And this is just from my side in terms of creating videos. And again, for a long time, that was a bit of a throwback. I remember one comment I got, like maybe in the first couple years of making videos, one person that said, as a criticism, I'm pointing out that I'm doing well and my manager performance is good. It's weird, one of those things I just remember, but I hope that person is doing well, whatever they're doing. And yeah, maybe if you don't make videos yourself or do anything where you get feedback from people, it's something so strange. I'm talking about a positive thing. Yeah, maybe because I kept reiterating it, but that made them mad because I was focusing on something I was doing well. I don't know. But it's one I've always remembered. But I think what we're going to focus on, or what you're interested in seeing here, is a game against PSG. I'll say it's generally, I'd say, like against the best team in the league or a better team in the league. They're probably the best. But it's not always a showcase of how you're doing. Like, I'll say that. Yeah, we can test ourselves and we'll get a real feel of how we're doing, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think our game against PSG, even if it's at home, until I go and win it, yeah, then I'll be like, oh, look at us. Yeah, we've proved we're a good team. But realistically, PSG is going to be a tricky team to beat. But yeah, in the recent games, I've put Diakabi as advanced forward, previously pressing forward. I just want to see, in the past, I've used advanced forward more, and I think might suit him. If you take a look at his current recent games, that training's been a bit up and down. He was doing so well. I think it was I saw a comment about him, not to burn him out if we keep playing him, but at the same time, he's our best striker right now, and he scored in the last couple games, so, we're not going to complain about using him as advanced forward to say it's not working. I think, yeah, he's scoring, and that's good for us. And I think it's amazing, or it just speaks volumes of how we're performing. Yeah, take a look at the guys we've got wanted. Yeah, some players interested, our starting guys. So we're not going to change too much here from our previous game. We'll just go straight into this one here, just so casually against PSG. It's probably the second hardest game of the season, the first being the away fixture against them. So let's go. And yeah, you take a look at their team. It's probably going to be a bit tricky. Of the names you can recognize, it's damn. I'm just like, what's going to happen in this one? And I'm not someone who goes defensive. I keep our style. I figure out, you see how we go with it. We don't need to talk about it too much. OPSG, yeah. I mean, that's pretty solid team talk. But yeah, we'll analyze how the game starts. Like, look, Moukoko, Rodrigo, and Diego Jota, man. But how old is Jota now? At 31, I mean, I describe him as a good player. I don't want to say too much. We got 2 early yellows, far out. At least for Column, at least for the defensive-minded player, will ease off tackles. That's so early for Faris, though. So it will be him as well. Okay, Hakimi. Looking dangerous. Rodrigo. Oh, well done. Make sure Sorensen. Sorensen really good at the back. But I hate how it goes back to them. Good defending leads to another chance that leads to a goal. As I say that with frustration, it's very tough to take. It's a tough one to take. Dealt with initially. Yep, but you don't see much of it. It's almost just a repeat of that first effort that was dealt with. So it increased the chance of that. I'm just annoyed. It's a bit annoying. But not unexpected. There's part of you that wants to get like a unexpected win, but let's be mindful of it. how many world-class players in their team? Oh my god. Yep, error by us. This could be a goal. Sorensen, okay. We'll see where we need to get to, and this was going to happen regardless of the setup you go with, because, yeah, you could say, go more defensive, even though we haven't really had a setup like that all season, so it would be more unfamiliar. But it's this position now where everyone is back anyway. like the players are back. So yeah, it's redundant that point. Because yeah, we've got players back. We just be less efficient on the attack. Because yeah, we're set up well defensively still. So we're just going to go more direct. Be expressive. Yeah, have all those options when we play through the middle. I think, yeah. This is not even one, like, I don't even want you to say, oh, nah, it was the CPU script. And the PSG are just too good. Like, it's nothing more than that. It's nothing less than that. And we had a chance there. Couldn't take it. And, yeah. It's nothing more than PSG just being too high above our quality. So, yeah, and there's another goal. Like, look at the names they have. Jota, there he is. And, yeah, it's nothing to complain about too much. Let's just get through this pain. More than anything. The inevitable pain. But you don't want it to be a bit of a... Oh, what do you even want to call this? It's a storm. It's a storm and it's 4-0, but again... Nuno Mendes, Mukoko. Just riling off the names. Rodrigo. Even how's he looking this deep into the game? Yeah, we clicked on a few of their players, like 2 of their regions, new gens, whichever pronouns you prefer. Like, they're like 4.5 star, like their abilities, at least. So, when we have a maximum of just 4-star players, and yeah, 3 of them, I think just a numbers game tells you it's going to be a tricky one for you. It's going to be a tricky match. So I think we need to get through this one and then, yeah, put our focus on the next game. Put our effort into that. Yeah. Thrash arms. That was pathetic. Pathetic. Just... I feel like I always need to say, that's not my actual opinions. I don't think the result, yeah, like they're too good. Like, I don't want to come across saying I'm calling my players pathetic, but it's the team talk that motivates them. That says a lot. And even fairly early, yeah, let's just keep our next game in mind. Some yellow cards, Column, Frostler. Oh, it's going to, yeah, why not? Faris come off. Alice, I say he needs to be played into form. We don't use all our subs at once. You never know. You can get an injury or what have you. But yeah, we're not gonna go too much after this. It would be nice to see a goal. Like, that would be something we can take out of this game, which again says a lot. If we can break down this defense, or they're just gonna have, yeah, too much strength against us. They're switching. They put Bellingham centre defensive mid. They switch Pavard and Erfurt like their centre backs. Like, that shouldn't be a good thing. If I were to do that, you'd be like, oh, maybe risk your chance of conceding a goal. That says a lot as well. And Jude Bellingham is a DM. Like, see, man, he's like creative, so quick. Again, star. The result shouldn't be surprising. Yeah, Imran will take him off. Singh. Oh, let's bring on Hervé. Why don't you, in a Carolero? Just apart, because we're already using a ball-winning mid, like with Pablo Martinez already out there. Yeah, his other good rated position and role. Oh yeah, his role. Again, it would be nice if he can... yeah, I was almost going to say we've had enough corners to convert one. But yeah, 3 goals down still with 20 minutes left. PSG, it's not somewhere where I'm going to spend 5 minutes on tactics and nah. We just made a final change and that's like, I feel even though they scored 4, it's not a dominating PSG game, which we might talk about that. Maybe not too much. Diakabi. Oh, fuck. What I do get annoyed, he's had multiple chances today. If you've, look closely. And what we touched on leading up to that. Like, they haven't killed us. So what we take from this, it's been, like, they've had, again, when I'm a bit discombobulated, Like, my own language comes out. Have we actually had more shots on target and the same shots? I'm not going to say we deserve to get a result from this game. No, because PSG are that much better. And maybe that's why they got their goals, though. The attribute difference, current ability difference. But, yeah, we're not going to go too deep on it. Their XG is higher, so you could say, yeah, they should win the game because of that stat. But, man. Oh, yeah, we're going to finish with more shots on target, but more shots in total. I'm going to take that performance-wise. Okay, I felt they were going to equalize. The equalizer, that is, the same shots. But we forced their goalkeeper to make more saves, and Donnarumma, one of the best players out. Nah. For a team that scored 4 goals and won by 3, those are not ratings you see. I think there's a lot to take out of that game for us. I think it's these are games where it's performance over result. Because, I mean, PSG is going to win the league. We take a loss, which hurts, because some other teams around us might pick up points. But when you look deeper into it, I think we take that performance. Like, we're happy with that performance. But when it's the current ability difference, we were never standing a chance. Hey, maybe a handful of games out of 100, you could have plucked a draw. If PSG were wasteful in their few chances. But, hey, yeah, I'm really happy with our performance in this one. And I think the fact, I know, yeah, Greg, maybe he's frustrated. He's felt like he had a poor game because he conceded the goals. Hey, maybe that. Maybe a more experienced goalkeeper. Yeah, but he'll take something from this and he'll get experience. A game against PSG, big for him. Yeah, you never know, but I still think, yeah, they would have got past us enough times to win the game. It says a lot that many positive reactions after a 3-goal loss. Like, I don't know how to go with this. Like, I want them to know they played well. We were underdogs. You gave it your best. Fuck off! How are you not going to read that as a good reaction? And sorry for my reaction. I hate that FM for years. That's the most knowledgeable. When they were self-assured, like the Carpentry and a few others. We were underdogs and you gave it your best. I was feeding off their reactions. And what? The best reaction would have been, oh, you played crap. You played bad. That would have got a better reaction. What? Oh, rather, someone send this to someone of relevance. Like, what? Like, 2 players got the reactions of I thought everyone else should have got. Demotivated. I told them good efforts. I don't know what you want me to say. Majority of the players would have been more motivated if I told them you played bad. Like, what the... I'm more annoyed at that than that game. Like, no. Shout out to Sorensen and Valentin. Like, good. Like, and highly influential. That's easy enough to say, highly influential. No one really, not enough players feeded off his reaction. But the fact where Carrillo is a team leader and Pablo Martinez, you could say they fed off them as well. But it's interesting that a couple players did react well to it and majority didn't. How dare I say it was a good effort? And I spoke the truth. We were under... let's just move on before I get too mad. Just fix that, please. Because it's a case where my players would have had a better reaction if I told them they were bad. If you go on defenders here, it says the most negative one is you were woeful. Because I just hold up and wait. Did they want me to actually praise them? Like, outstretch arms, I'm very happy with your defensive work. I don't think that would have been good either when you lose by 3 goals. So, let me know what you would have think worked. It's time to move on from this, though. Okay, yeah, we've got teams around us, both below and above, where they're going to play their 29th league game of the season. So, let's see how it impacts our spot. We shouldn't be losing it anyway. We'll still be holding 5th. Lyon had a recent game against Marseille and Marseille won. That result was, probably what we wanted with them being below. And, consider they caught up 3 points and still being below Lyon. That was good that Lyon didn't win. It might be leading up Diakhaby, like he needs a rest. Maybe in this next game, Or who's he wanted by? Everton and Dortmund. Reasonable enough teams. Like, you say Dortmund better than Everton, but, like, it's, say, a Premier League team just shows where the interest is lying. But when he's one of your better players, yeah, and we want to win the next game, I might rest him how many days? Oh, yes, 9 days. We can give him, like, a week rest, which... Not fortnight. Why isn't there more options? It's like 2 weeks off or not? Oh, rest him for 1 week. But we couldn't have been able to tell him that. And I think it's perfect time to, because, yeah, next game in 9 days, it's an opportunity to rest him. It's not like, 4 days away or even just a week. All right, increase the transfer revenue. Yeah, which helps, even though it's still significantly what I see as low, 35%. That's tricky in terms of selling players if we want money into the transfer budget. So, not much you can actually do about it for the time being. So, you just move on. What can we do? How about it now? Lyon failed to win and Marseille win. Oh, it's funny how that happens. Now, okay. Lyon dropping out. And doesn't it always happen? Doesn't it always happen? You're wondering where you're going with this. Yep, managers. There was a recent sacking. You bring a new manager in and, yeah, Omar Daf. A former Bordeaux manager for the ever briefest time. It says 23 to 23, so... But overall, he's motivating and people management is his keys. The tactical knowledge isn't that great, so I'm a bit surprised by that, but regardless, maybe that motivating, yeah, gets the boys going. But anyway, I'm not sure if long-term he's the guy to lead them to success, though, so I'm not too worried. I think I can, yeah, outsmart him tactically in our individual games. Even though that was a thing, yeah, before he was appointed, I think we got... we got their manager sacked. All right, Marseille, Nice. And see, what I said about, like, the champions, like top 3, Saint Etienne is there as well, where they take Nice's position. So now, it's really intriguing. Let's see what the result is. Imagine, like, yeah, we're a few points off there. Oh, 3-3. Is that another Nice result? Not bad. Considering you see the minimum. We're talking about the minimum. It's a good result because of Marseille. But then with Nice, I guess they're staying. Well, the thing is, Monaco win. They go above them. And they say, what's there? 58 points. We're still a bit above them. Like, they're a bit above us. You know what I mean? Like, the points differential is, yeah, I think too late in the season to rely on them to drop enough points where we can kind of get ourselves into that race. We already touched on previously how, yeah, when we weren't here, the reason the manager got sacked, that's going to be the difference. We would say, like, just do what we did this season. Like, since we joined, since we're in control. And I like to think we'll increase the quality of the team as a minimum. Like, even if just by a little bit. I think we have to. I pride myself on doing that. Not to make the team worse. Like, look at this. Creative. De Carpentry. Assist landmark. The goals as well. He's been great. We just mentioned before the expectations. Again, not to go too deep on it. But this was for the end of the 2031-32 season. 4 years ahead of schedule. Like, that's kind of mad. Again, just keep it short and sweet. But yeah, we ticked that off 4 years ahead of schedule. Not too bad, eh? And PSG getting another win here. Lyon went close. But yeah, look at the difference. Like, they're on 81 points. They're just what we're come to expect. But we've got our away game here against Angers. They're a team I say we should be beating. 13th away from home it can be a little tricky. It can be tricky because, you know, they've picked up points for the season. You know, they have picked up wins. We just need to be at our best and, yeah, we'll get there. And see, for me, what we had that week rest of Diakabi, he should be fine. Like, you look at his condition here. No negatives. Like, yeah, he's fit. He's ready to go. That was enough. We don't need to rest him in this match here. I wondered about Faris, but the games before PSG, which again, I don't think you really... I know he took him off in the 54th minute as well. But the games before, before that actually, he had 4 games where he didn't get a goal or assist. But yeah, I think he was starting to find some form, and we didn't even play him for full 90 minutes in some of those. So yeah, I do feel like he's been good in game. Like, you see the stats and stuff, but from what I've seen, he's been impressive and yeah, playing some good football. So once more, staying pretty consistent with our selection. And yeah, they have less notable names than PSG. Not too many there. So let's get into it. I want to go with the attackers just because I have faith in you. Okay, yeah. Faris, composed. Don't complain about composed at all, especially when you got majority motivated players heading into the match. So with Angers, I did wonder, yeah, if there was a regen, but he doesn't look too bad. Ivorian, bit of potential, great passing. See, this is the thing I love. Again, regens or new gens, back to that point, whichever pronouns you prefer in FM22. What you prefer in 22. But anyway, he is just, you won't see many players with an attribute look like this. Just the standout passing and then some nice physicals, sure, but yeah, in those technicals, he just strikes you as a really interesting player. Not too highly valued, but yeah, I don't know if we're able to sign him. Yeah, it just, those players intrigue you. And then everyone else, oh my god, look at this guy's hair. 3-star player with a bit of flair. I want Diakabi to have a really good game here. I felt it's been a while since he's been really special. Like, you know, those games where, okay, he's looked really good. Let's see. Faris. Okay, come on. Yeah. That's a confidence reaction. Like, we're going to be good today. It's 2.5 minutes in, I know. Don't get too excited, mate, right? Look at this. Look at this. Like, how did he stop that? But that's a type of chance where it's, you know, going on so long. I love this here. This probably showed there was about 2 or 3 opportunities we had to score. And yeah, that's really encouraging. I mean, just to be on. I say I'm encouraged by it. Let's encourage the players through a shout. But yeah, that's really nice to see. And we're on possession-wise. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. We need to be seeing something off this. And I'd be confident with this highlight to be going our way. Next minute, wait for us to concede. Hey, they might have a chance. It may not make sense. But the chance might be for them. We've had all these opportunities. Oh no, I was so scared of that happening. But yeah, the fact that we were getting possession and shots. Yeah, the fact we're getting possession. I thought a chance could have come our way. Oh. No! No, the carpenter. Oh, he looks in pain. No. Okay. Wait, does he not have Nah. Like, no injury. It's just the fitness got hit. He's recovering from a knock. Whew. I've had players get injured for, 9 months? 9 to 12 months? Without seeing what happened to them. But he goes down like he's been shot. And nah, mate. He's going to be fine. You'll probably see his condition go up. Oh, my God. That's what I'm mad about reliving the past when I've got, like, the long-term injuries. Or even just, like, a 3-month. And you don't see anything. It just pops up. Oh. And it's there. But nah, he'll be fine. He'll recover from. He's all good. He'll be right. Okay. FM can have these small, frustrating things. And, you know, that's one of them. You're not going to let it worry you too much, but you're just like, why? Dear Carby. Yes, again. We're like, oh, Faris, he's going round in circles. Oh, penalty. That's in the box. That's no question. This will be given. Again, the way it looked, it's going to be given. We're right about that. Faris. Again. We don't say much. We're not about jinxing ourselves. I was going to say, yeah, he's been in good form. I'm confident in him. And, you know, in the end, we saw a penalty that was like that. So, yeah, that was quite the pen. Quite the pen. You don't see them saved in the game when they're that wide and, yeah, that powerful. That's, yeah, perfect penalty. And he's really been... Wait, how is he again? What I mean by his age, he's 27, so he's not going to probably have too much improvement in him. And he's that type of player, yeah, we're probably looking to, you know, get an improvement on. Someone who's natural as a... Well, look, he's a winger. Like, he's strong on both feet, so he's got, you know... He's got advantages, but, you know, we're using him as that inside forward. He's wanted. We're not entertaining that, but it's more so the interesting fact of, yeah, who's interested in him. Oh, my God. I didn't show you the win. Faris. Yeah, I have to type in capitals because it's... So, Faris wanted an improved deal, which I normally go along with, but... He wanted a non-negotiable pay rise, like that was non-negotiable before you go into the contract, like with the agent. So I'm like, I rejected that. And no, he wasn't mad. He sacked his agent. When does that happen? I was almost thinking about giving him the contract so he doesn't get unhappy. We're flying. Don't be scared to do that, but I don't think that happens too regularly, but... Yeah, we were talking about Faris, then it just reminded me of that. Yeah, how did that happen? See, I like to point out things that go our way as well. It's not always negative things. So that was pretty neat. That was pretty neat, because that's still a bit shocking. The carpentry, not quite, but yeah. One of the rare times that would work when you reject. Very interesting. And you're like, now you could just try and offer him the contract anyway, but maybe without the agent. Maybe he's got another one already again. I haven't looked into that. But anyway. That's... Yeah, when the description of a goal against the run of play, if that's going to fit it, yeah. If a goal's going to fit it, that would be it. We've been controlling it. Yeah, Angers get the equalizer at home in front of their fans. Now, let's get ours back. We deserve to be leading in this half. Come on, Sorensen. Loser. Column. Great talent. He doesn't get talked the same about, doesn't he? Oh, the carpentry. Yeah, like Column. I mean, he did his part there. He did it really, really well. He made sure he didn't get tackled. Then got it to Loser, got it back. Like, that's his great things. Dear Carby, we get excited when he scores goals, gets good chances. But that's as incredible. He's doing his thing. Like, he doesn't need to bang in goals. Like, he does his part. He does his role. And that was exactly it there. That's as good as a goal. It is, because it led to one. But it was multiple parts. Passing it off, then getting it back, then getting a cross in. It's multiple things. So we gotta talk about that in the same way as individually scoring. And now, yeah, we're a bit more comfortable, or we're a bit happier with our lead. Like, look at that. Over 60% possession. More chances, like double the on target, double total shots. Like, we should just go out and play it Come on. Yeah, we've dominated possession. I'm incredibly happy with that. Again, perfect textbook reaction. This kind of cancels out the end of the last game now. We play this game out, win it, praise them in the same way, and hopefully similar reactions. And yeah, cancels out that PSG kind of frustrating morale or body language. Yeah, they're looking good now. They're looking good, all right, that's for sure. 2-1. Oh, they're getting... No. Don't tease me. Let's try and... You can't play a high tempo for the whole game. We sometimes try to. But we won't play out of defense. We'll be a bit more disciplined as well. So sometimes you notice, they just bumped up in their shots a little bit. Be careful. And I don't think we praised them after that last goal. And we're coming in after half time anyway. It's dangerous, but Greg, he deals with it. It's good to see him, make a save or two. To be confident in him, but I do feel next season I hope we can find a more experienced striker. I'd love to get someone on a free transfer. Just to be... And just so he knows, he's just not going to get a start every week. So when we do play him, he performs to his best. But, I think overall that will be a good thing. As long as the experienced player is as good as him, if not a little bit better, that's what we'll be hoping to find. But again, I love playing the passing football. Now crosser, yes! This is the way, at least me. Not everyone wants to play that short passing game, sure. But it gives you the feel of you're just dominating your opponent. And when you can execute it like this, it looks good. It looks very good. Come on. That's the goal of me when I create my tactic. That's exactly what I want my team to be doing. So it's a good feeling when you execute it. And the fact of weren't able to do that against PSG, I don't think that is a criticism. Like I said, that game was not to judge where we're at. Considering PSG, how they're far in the lead. They're doing it, week in, week out for the most part against majority of sides. So, that's not where we judge our current levels. Loser. Edouard. Actually, the two midfielders there will bring on Hervé. We'll make the change. And if you're wondering, this Quinton Bosgaard, he was wanting more games. He's actually going up in his attributes. So he wants to leave. But he goes under that description. He's 31. He's contracted for another season, so it's good that he's not running out of contract this season. And hopefully end up getting something, free up the wage. And hopefully we can get offers for him. We're not going to make all three subs instantly, but we won't wait too long because we're in a position where, we can see who's looking tired. Victor? Let's bring on Sarpreet Singh. Give him a go. Give him a look in this episode. But we should be really playing it out now unless they score. They could score and make things interesting. We've got to be careful. All right. First goal of the season type goal. It makes me realize we probably need to make a bit of a change. Let's up the tempo again. Play the defense. Get our normal kind of setup going, I think. That's it for the most part. And then maybe shout. Encourage is my safe one. After you've conceded, you don't want to praise. But when we're winning, I want to praise. And that's what's a good thing. Praise when you're leading. But then outside of encourage, when it's a situation where you've conceded, but you're still winning the game, shouts are very tricky. And even, there's some negative, so tricky, man. Shouts are so tricky after a conceded goal when you're already winning. Let me know what you do, which is effective. Faris? What's that? The carpentry makes sure of it. They're going to call it back. It looked close. Is it going to go through? Yes. They just took a flop by the looks of things. Yeah, like I thought to myself, he was nowhere near offside. I could always tell he was behind Serrano. Serrano was always in front of him. I could see that in real time. And in slow motion, it just looks more like... They reach for them sometimes. That's why I didn't look that worried. And they called that a tight offside. I was going to praise, but why don't we just score another? See, we'll talk about the benefit. Even if we don't score, we had a period of that game. We were in a lower tempo. So we were resting for a good part of the game. For the most part, resting. But we had energy, and we showed that with our last goal and that previous chance in the highlight. Faris was excellent. Backed up my opinion of him. Defense was class. That was a good game. It was, again, not exactly what we expect, like, in general, like, how we've been when we've taken over, but, you know, if the current manager stayed on, this may have been a game he found tricky away from home against a team, well, where they were at that, Bordeaux were at that point in a relegation battle in the first month or so, a month and a bit. Yeah, we recovered. So that PSG after the game, I tick off that PSG game now. Like, that performance, like I said, the performance I think was good. I think it was close to as good as we could have done. Result, no, of course, but I think it wasn't a bad performance at all. And then we go on to do a job here. It was, pretty successful couple of games for different reasons, of course, but good to get the win. So, we're keeping, aren't we? We're keeping the slightest of hope for third alive to sneak in, but I think we will just miss out. And see, I don't like qualifying for the Champions League when you just sneak in, even though I don't want to reiterate it too much about the team's start of the season. And I say the team and not ours because, we weren't in control then. I like to, keep in mind that. But, I don't like when you just sneak in for Champions League. Generally, you're not going to do much in it. I think with how we've been, I think Europa League we could do something significant in the following season. And, like, let me know, what would you prefer to be in, just in your own save? Champions League, like, say, Bordeaux right now is a good example, where you know you have no chance of winning. If you come, like, Real Madrid, a Man City, a Liverpool, a Bayern Munich, like, you know, like what PSG have done against us, like a PSG as well, you know, really, what's your chance of actually winning? You're probably not going to win. You're not going to win the Champions League. Europa League, gives you an opportunity to at least go pretty far in. So, I think most people would do... I guess Champions League could be money incentive, but, in terms of trophy-wise, I think somehow in this save, we can manage to win Europa League and then go on to win Champions League. I love when you can do that in general in saves. It's just, sometimes why not starting a save with a top 4 team where you're already in Champions League, it just gives something extra in the save, definitely in a journeyman, but... we're happy. We'll take it, a game at a time. That's how we are doing it at the moment. We'll see how we come at the end of the season. Also, our under-19s getting the job done, that is, that's good to see. You don't want to, we don't want to talk about it too much, but it's one thing, it's nice to see under-19s. Hey, look, when you look at that goal difference, I think, shown as the dominant side, you think about PSG's not there. But regardless, it's good to see our young group going well. Like, even this guy here, Ramiro, I haven't even looked at him too much. Those guys, I suppose, that 3.5 star potential, when we've got guys at 4.5 and 5. But these, that's a level of being, I guess, where we're currently at, a first-team player. At that point, at his best, maybe doesn't make the first team, but... turns into a player with some value, could sell, and that's what a lot of these guys are kind of like. Take a look here. We have a lot of those 3.5s. It's going to be easier. We just click on them, and we'll see. Your attention, obviously, from the intake this year, not to forget Bastide, but he's, on a different level. And then 2 of these guys... Daryl Fontaine, actually, before I started this episode, he was on 5-star potential. He's the one that fluctuated from that 4.5 to 5. So, another left back. He can play multiple positions. Handy. But yeah, we're not going to go individually to all. Maybe, again, Felipe, again, centre-back, he is an option. He is an option for the future. That heading is something that needs... That's all, man. Or otherwise, positioning as well. I just hope you start to see that going up. But yeah, he's got a bit of potential in him. So I like to think there will be growth. The carpentry, we praise him all the time. Hope he doesn't get annoyed of that. Just staying very happy. And yeah, who's this? Fraser. So he's looking at Faris. And Darkham. I mean, Chiesa. Chiesa's a very... I disregard this at this point because they're almost a bit kind of baseless. I'm not sure was the word, but like unrealistic. Like, yeah, Chiesa's a good player, but yeah, it's a strange thing because I've seen ones compared to like Messi and stuff like that, and Mbappe, like with one of your strikers. Like, no, that's not a correct thing. Whatever team you're at, and if they say they prefer to Mbappe, I'm not sure if there's another striker you'd prefer to him. So, yeah, it's one of those things. I'm not sure about that kind of addition as a thing this year that your assistant says in the press conferences. But anyway, it's not a huge deal, but it's more an interesting thing that they opt to compare, the player they opt to compare with. But anyway, I'm going out on a limb, okay. We're not going to say the rest of the league games we should win. I think the next two, and then that's not really going out on a limb. Strasbourg, they were not near the top, but they were around, yeah? They were around the European spots early on. I knew that. Dijon, they're lower. Yeah, they're lower, so I think we can win those next two, and I think it does set up the next episode to... But, I mean, we saw... maybe you guys can leave your feedback. Would you approach the PSG game any different? Like, again, result-wise, you're like, oh, go more defensive. But, again, we had a good game. Like, in shots-wise, chances-wise, they didn't dominate us. So, it's just about being better defensively. So, we didn't let them have a crazy amount of shots. It's just us needing to be composed. Maybe something we work on training. So, we prepare for that game. I think we actually did all right when you look at how the game played out, opposed to the amount of games, the goals we conceded in that game. But anyway, we talked about it enough. You know how we feel about it. Let's focus. Yeah, we played next two games off camera, and actually, because I like to play, I generally like to play two games. We'll only play Strasbourg off camera because you don't know what away games do, because then that sets up to play, two pretty important games. Lille, they're a bit off, but we should beat them because they probably don't have much to play for. I've never known if that calculates in FM, but real life definitely does. It's just like, yeah, if they don't have anything to play for, we do. We definitely should be winning that game. But then away against Saint Etienne, for both sides, it could be important, or it could equally not be important. We could just be settled in our position like we are now, for an example. But we don't know. We just have to see how it plays out and how the other teams' results go. But regardless, we finish the season. We get in Europa League. We're ecstatic with that. We're ecstatic. If that's our minimum, and of course we still need to make sure of that. I'm not saying we have done yet. But I think at least 6. No, but again, 6 is that. I'm almost annoyed at that competition. I'm like, no, I don't want the Conference League. I don't want that. There might be some calculations again with the cup win if that's PSG. But anyway, I want to make sure we finish 5th. That's our thing, and we get Europa League for sure. Anyway, leave it there. I'll see you guys next time.